one of the important things to learn is how do you quickly identify, how do you quickly learn enough to build your own mental model of what is right, what is wrong, and, importantly, what is, I know this is almost a cliche phrase in Silicon Valley, but what do you know that is contrarian but right?
Mm-hmm.
What are those? Wes Cow has a really good. She's a founder of a company called I'm forgetting what it's called. But you can Google it. She has a blog post called "Spiky Points of View." And so, what are the ways in which the truth diverges from base assumption of? And I think that was written at a time pre AI of just the people around you.
Yeah.
But now, importantly, um, when does your spiky point of view diverge from the consensus view that a model holds? And because one of the most important aspects of building a great product is having spiky points of view. So that's actually a core part of the curriculum. Is we're building. We call them second brains or brain lifts. How do you rapidly go into a topic, get the best expertise that you can, not only learn everything that you can, but create a digital representation of that learning, and then feed it to an AI model in such a way that it actually changes what the AI model thinks and how it behaves. Because AI models are incredibly stubborn. They always want to revert back to the consensus. So you're kind of fighting them. But yeah, I mean, actually, if you're to go back and look at like the fundamental doc that we put together with the companies when we said, what does it take to create a $100 million app with a couple of people? And it was being able to build first with AI and being able to build and find spiky points of view very rapidly.
Right. Because
Yeah.
one of the I've had questions about this with others is like, how do we get towards the one button company or like these real fast? Because to your point, if you don't have these spiky points of view and you just say build me X, then it becomes the AI slop. It becomes all the same. That's why, like, as you deal with, I write a lot, and I do use AI as a tool to help me write. And so, but then I can tell when people just say, give me a paragraph or a post or whatever on X, and then they just copy and paste it. Yeah, it's like they haven't adjusted it. They haven't used it as a tool. They just said, do the work for me. And you see like delve, or you see all, overuse of dashes or those kinds of things, because they're like, it's all just the one thing. And then you can see it. And then obviously people who do coding, the same thing. You're like, it'll all just be that same. You have to, I like that. It's spiky points of view, bringing it in and then bending it to your will and not you bending to the will of the AI.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fascinating. I mean, when you zoom out and look at, I mean, the amount of time I spent thinking about, so I'll break down like there are going to be technical inaccuracies of this, but like if you look at how AI works, right, it's doing next token generation. So it's swallowed all of the writing on the internet, and it's looking at like, okay, statistically, if I see these three words, what are the next couple words likely to be? And that's all that AI is doing that at scale really, really rapidly. And it's frankly mind-blowing that you can take that and turn it into, okay, generate a 3D image of a golden retriever jumping into a rainbow, and it works. Like it's bonkers. And but yeah, the same way, in old machine learning days, everyone would say, you're going, what, garbage in, garbage out. Obviously not garbage in. You could have something that's trained on Shakespeare and it's going to spit out Shakespeare, or its best approximation of what Shakespeare thinks. So if you swallow everything that's on the internet and every book that's ever been written and every movie that's ever been, you swallow everything, you're going to spit out the kind of median expectation of all of humanity based on what you've trained it on, right? Um, which is super, super powerful.
It's also the median, as you just said. You've got Shakespeare and you've got crap.
Yep. Um, and that said, I mean, and that's before we get into hallucination and
Right.
other issues. But yeah, developing points of view that are divergent and right is actually a core facet of being able to do things with AI really well.